Hey everyone, welcome back to another part of Building the World of Oasis Springs. For this one, I did another restaurant. I try not to do repeats just because I did a restaurant, but I did do it in a different area. So technically, that kind of helps make it seem less repetitive. There's no restaurants side by side. I also want to make this area different just because I was originally going to do more residential or no, vacation rental areas like the one you see on the top left of the screen. That was my same, part of the playlist you guys wanna check out, but that one was a bit long. First video problem, but, yeah, I did wanna switch it up. I wish this was able it is a 30 or is it a 20 by 15? 20 by 15 lot. I wish it was on a different side. Oh, excuse me, I had hiccup. I wish it wasn't, um, as long, or I wish how do I explain it? I just wish it was shifted 90 degrees so the length of it can be seen to the front, but, no big deal because it's fine. Whatever, I can do it. Also, another thing I did change was I ended up changing the, color of the sign. Yeah, we have that blue sign up on top. I did change it for a red just because originally the slot was gonna be a bar, but it changed halfway, which you'll see. I quickly became more of a, Korean kinda barbecue. I don't know why I went that route. I think probably because I was talking about it with my family the other day. We were thinking of I don't know why we're talking about anyway, but yeah, it was in my mind, so I guess I automatically just built it more in that route. Um, Obviously, it wasn't that interesting, which I'm not sure you guys will be happy about what I decided to do for the grill area. It's interesting take. I wish I would have used debug items, but I still haven't yet to download the tool mod. And especially with all the updates, because we had that new glass panels is the newest update we have, which I love that. Don't know what I'll do with that yet. I definitely think maybe even this world I can do something with that. Because I do want to do a spa, and I could do a that for the spa. I don't know why. What I have in mind is, I mean, yeah, I think a spa would be the best way to go about it because I could imagine the way I imagine those glass panels. I imagine like a waterfall behind it in little areas. I feel like a spa could be a good spot for that. We'll see. I also obviously greenhouse is a good one. What else can it be used for? Actually, I don't really have much in mind. Yeah, I think honestly, my mind went to also a window with that glass panel that is just clear. Like it could look like just a window. But yeah, I will have to think about it. But I definitely want to do. I feel a spa now that I say it could work with it. But yeah, um, so I built another restaurant, and this one again came along really easily, or rather quickly. So that was nice because I had a short, uh, honestly, lasted about 2 weeks, where I just couldn't build anything. The exteriors just weren't working for me. But I think I got it. I am back to um doing it. And also it helps I have reference images, so I'm not building these entirely from my mind. So yeah. And another thing I actually wanted to do, the next world I want to do, which I'm getting ahead of myself, but I want to do, maybe I could be doing two worlds at once. Like, I don't have to be solely building the world of Oasis Springs. I feel like that may not be a good approach because I could get, I guess, burnout. I could be overdoing it like creative wise, but also creativity. One thing I did as a kid, I used to, or even not even that, into my adult, yeah, I still like to, but I should draw more often. I took an art class in high school, advanced art. I don't know how I got into advanced art. I never took an art class before. Um, I feel like that was it was a good learning experience because it was a bit, I don't wanna say humbling because I wasn't that, much of a to have that much of pride, but it definitely showed me that I needed to work, which I mean it is humbling in a way, but I wouldn't describe it as something. It was definitely and also it wasn't like it showed me I'm not good enough either. I don't wanna say that because that's not how I felt either, but it definitely showed me that I still have more to learn. And yeah, because the only thing I did art-wise was a pencil and paper. Like, that's the only way I did. I was drawing, like, I was barely getting it was in probably my sophomore year of high school, 10th grade, and I was obviously very new to all these different medias or mediums. I believe it's mediums, right? When you're, like, pencil, charcoal, paint, those are mediums, right? I think? Um, anyway, I was very new to that. Like, I did never used watercolor, never did charcoal, never learned how to do these shading techniques. I just learned paper, pencil, and YouTube. Like, that's how I taught myself. So, also books. I had one book. Well, not really books. Oh, speaking of books, I used to get in trouble. I'm not sure if it's you guys had it, especially I know in the States, in the United States, it's probably more common where you have well, I mean elsewhere too. It's not that specific, but we had reading programs in my school where you hit a certain word amount, just encourage, students to read. They would give us coupons for, like, some food or pizza, Shakey's Pizza restaurant, restaurant chain, and they would do that and stuff like that, but mine was low because my teacher was talking to me, like, why trying to figure out why is it so low. This was, I believe, if I'm 4th grade, yeah, 4th grade. And she was asking me, like, "Why, you're kinda behind on reading." And I was always the last to pick a book as well. Every Friday, we would go it was our class's turn to go to the library and pick out a book, and I was always one of the last to read. I mean, everybody was reading Harry Potter just because it was a big lots of words in that book. It's easy to get, to further yourself in the charts, but I was always behind. And my teacher asked me about it, and she's like, "Why, what kind of books are you looking into?" and stuff like that. And then I got not in trouble, but she kinda, um, she found out that I was so behind because the only books I was checking out were drawing books, and obviously there's not many words in that. But yeah, I kept and she's, told me, like, what kinda trying to figure out what kind of books I liked, stuff like that because I didn't like to read. Um, I think that's a misconception of mine, which is not a bad misconception to have. I think I'm studious, but I was much more of a movie person. Like if there's a movie about it, there's a joke my brother says, like if there's a movie about it, I wouldn't know if there's a book about the movie. I don't know about the book. I wouldn't. It's a movie. Okay, like for example, like oh Harry Potter, you read the book? I'm like oh it's a book. I don't only know the movie. That's how I am. I just even if they're big books, I haven't read them or checked them out, but yeah, I would only go for reading books. I mean, drawing books. And she had her own library behind her, in her classroom. She had a little library behind her desk. And I think that's what I got into reading. She recommended me these books. And I feel like that moment, I think something like that with good teachers really does help students just because it really, I mean, truly makes a difference when they're able to tailor something so specific to you. But obviously, it's difficult to do, and plus teachers are, you know, um, notoriously underpaid and undervalued, so that's another issue, but, um, she and I still remember her name. I don't wanna give out her name in case, but 'cause it is you guys do recognize the name, you might know where I live, but I doubt it, but, never know. But she recommended me The Secret Garden by I'm looking up right now, Frances Hodgson Burnett, which was a movie, and I saw the movie as well. But I loved that book. and also The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulin. The author is, let me see, I actually have that book. I actually bought it just because what I wanted to do by Kate DiCamillo. Yeah, I actually bought that book paperback, which I wanted. I really wanted the book, so I didn't want to wait for the hardcover and I got paperback, which I regret it, but it's okay. I can buy it in the future. But what I wanted to do was have books that really impacted me and have my own library one day. Not a full library, but like just a shelf probably. As a kid, I wanted to be a library, but now that I'm older, I haven't really read a book. I mean, I'm stuck on this book that I have from, I don't know his name. Sorry, I try to look to see if I could find it. It's a Japanese author. Don't know what his name is or the book. I'm kind of blanking at the minute, but actually, let me see if we can find it real quick. I don't know where it's at. All right, I found it. It is called The Wind Up Bird Chronicle by, and sorry for my pronunciation, Haruki Murakami, I believe. And I didn't get far into this book, but the way I was, sometimes you visualize a story so well, you know exactly where. I mean, that's crazy for one, but another book I have with that is Emery's Gift. Another book I love and really stuck with me. Let me see if I can find out the author. Emery's Gift by Cameron W. Bruce. Is it? Yeah. Oh, sorry. W. Bruce Cameron or W. Cameron Bruce? It's kind of W. Bruce Cameron. Yeah. That was another good book that I remember vividly. I kind of want to build. I mean, it's been years since I read that Emery's Gift, probably um since middle school, maybe in high school. And I'm in my senior year. Well, it doesn't matter senior year of college because I did take about a 2 year gap year. But um anyway, I would love to build it just purely off what I remember from the book. I mean, it's been at least 6 to 8 years probably since I read that book. And I want to see what if I can build based on that because I do remember their garden, that tomato sign, stuff like that. Like that little details I remember if you read the book. Um, but yeah, I definitely want to build stuff that from what I've read in books and what I pictured it to be. I think that would be really fun. Because I'm actually looking at my bookmark right now, the Wind Up Bird Chronicle. From memory, I if you guys read in the very beginning, the cat is missing. They haven't even found the cat. I don't know if they do find the cat, but from when left off, the cat wasn't found. Or no, wait, I think he saw the cat. I don't remember. I opened the book right now, and I left off page 90. Oh, actually, now what I do remember that he meets with a woman. I don't know what she is. Is she a fortune teller? I don't know what she is. I feel like it's coming back to me. I'm just holding this book in my hand and it's coming back. That's crazy how books, can do that. I think also what I love about books because I've always been this is, was it maladaptive dreamer? Is that the word? I'm not sure, but I'm also like that. So I think that's why I love to create some fantasy in my head, and which is you think I would love books. I mean, I do like to read, but I don't know why I'm just not getting. I should really get back into it because seems like a good book. I have another book of his. I got his most popular one, the one with the black cat. I don't remember. I gave it to my brother to read, and he hasn't read it either. Um, but I was gonna ask for it back, but I haven't even finished this Wind Up Bird Chronicle. But yeah, if you guys have any good books or are avid readers, based off the books I said I liked, what do you guys think I would like, or what kind of genre do you guys recommend? So I mean, I know these are child books because I haven't my favorite books I haven't read since a kid, but I liked The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane. I liked Emery's Gift, The Secret Garden, and I'm reading this Wild Bird Chronicle. I haven't finished it, obviously, page 90, but I'm really liked what I've read. So if you guys can recommend anything, or what kind of genre is this that I like? I guess it's um life, journey, drama maybe. Not exactly sure. But that's the kind of style I like to read. If you guys have any recommendations, please let me know. I should probably definitely get back into reading. I definitely want to do that. Um, but yeah, to talk about the build real quickly, I did use the tables from the was the one that came with Star Wars Journey into Batu pack, and I know it could be that's one pack. I mean that people are kind of like they like it or they don't. They feel very strongly about. I'm not someone who actually feels very strongly about lots of things. I'm very I don't know. I just don't have opinions. Well, I do have opinions, but I don't feel strongly for about things. Unless they're obviously, more polarizing things. I have, but for some things that are just, so light and not as, you know, just simple light things. Don't really need to think about like I'm sorry. I'm trying to explain. That's why I need to read. I'm bad with words. I need to get better at vocabulary. That's probably why I'm so bad at it. Um, But I used the Journey Back to pack because I don't know, it felt to me like that was very technical or like, um, grills obviously, but, it just felt like that to me, I don't know why. And then I ended a hot pot just because the grill, you can't I tried putting a grill in the middle of the table, but obviously the sim cannot use it, and yeah. Also, I got rid of these chairs I had first just because it was too, fish seafood restaurant vibe. And it wasn't working, especially with these, Journey to Batu tables. I went for these metal and black and brown chairs, and I felt that was better and suits it better. I also had Advance to help bring in with um, how I see in Korean barbecue restaurants, as well as some TVs and stuff, posters, just kept it very minimal. And yeah, I'm really happy with how this came out as well. I'm not sure why. I feel like I'm saying that a lot lately, that I'm really happy with how things are turning out. I'm just I'm less, um, not picky, but I'm less I'm guess I'm learning I've learned to, be less critical of what I build because someone's gonna like it, and I know that's weird. I'm sure that's a weird approach, but why not put it out there if even if it's not my favorite, it's a different style and stuff. I mean, not to say I don't like this, I do like it, but I need to stop being afraid of putting things out that I don't, because nothing will ever be 100% perfect. I mean, even when, like, for example, this build that where it ends, I'm gonna add a lot more details so you guys see in the video tour. But I need to also show you guys the details 'cause sometimes that'll help make a video longer. But yeah. Alright. I'm still trying to get better and not ramble as much. I'm sorry about that. But I will leave it here so you guys can watch the video tour and see all the little details and changes that I made, which I didn't really make much. More added things than took away. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week for I'm not sure what I'll do yet. Hopefully another part of building the World of Waste Springs. But if not, I probably will get started on another world. So yeah, I'll leave it here. See you guys next week. Bye.